Went with the slider, but misses. Just a little trouble with this one behind the plate. Runner holds. Count goes to 2-1. It's a 2-run game here in this one.
Come on. Come on, man.
Still up there. It one hops the wall. Ben rounds third, headed for the plate. He scored. And they trail by one. Safely into second. He's got to go. Started to swing, and they say the bat never went around. Schwarber stands at second with no out. Into the outfield base hit. Doesn't stop, hits for home. And the tag is in time.
What the fuck? Oh my fucking god.
Is that a 98?
Bitch, that was a 99 Albert Pujlos. How in the fuck?
Hey there. Roflo with you for this one. MLB The Show proudly presents 2v2 co-op baseball.
Whoever y'all playing, either drop the bag or grind
Remember,
it.
it's all about teamwork out there. Time to gear up for first pitch.
You scared that shit, B?
Yoshinobu Yamamoto on the rubber to start for the home side.
How the fuck did they play
So that's the card, but you're the one in charge of it. Let's see what you can do. Manny Ramirez leads things off, and here we go from St. Louis. Swings, it's a ground ball to third. Throws across the diamond. One away. Kevin McGonigal steps up and getting his first look at the starter in this one. Doesn't touch the cutter.
It ain't, because it's really fuck these niggas.
Off the plate, that's a ball. Swung on and connects. That's a knock as they get a runner on base. Check out this card, just casually strolling to the plate as a red diamond. Pujlos in the box as he takes ball one with one away here in the inning. Hit hard up the middle to second. There's one. On to first. Double play. And that's the inning.
This shit, y'all, bud. This shit.
Yamamoto wraps it up.
Good shit, yeah.
Tarek Skubal gets the start for the visitors. Ceddanne Rafaela in the box, ready to lead off the bottom of the first.
Watch the comeback kids.
In the zone. Oh, 2 is the count.
Oh, you're caught, buddy. You're caught.
Rips it to
Where
first.
would you go?
And he handles it himself for the out. Carson Bench steps in, graded as a diamond. Wise choice.
That's inside.
This is smacked left field line. And it's a foul ball. The 1-1. Scared of you. In the air to left center. Rafaela galloping towards it. Makes the grab for the second out.
Get out there, Mo. Get out there.
In the box,
Got him.
Kyle Schwarber. Skubal gets the swing and a miss. Did he think that would actually fool you? One and two now. Pitchers count.
We need this.
Unloads the fastball off the plate. Fastball. Strike three.
Oh, I know.
He fucked me up.
Ken Griffey Jr. leads off the top of the second.
I just be playing around with it. With power, it'd be like hard to do. Like, you hit that,
Puts it on the ground to first. Santana. He steps to the bag, and that's the first out of the inning. Sedan Rafaela facing the starter for the first time. Let's see what kind of feel he has early on. Starts with the ball. The 1-1. Goes with the fastball, but misses.
Wow.
That's a base hit. And the hits just keep coming. Will Smith at the dish with a runner on first. The kick in the pitch. Runner goes. Throws one in the dirt.
Oh, that's me.
Safe, and that was not close. Will waits. That's in the dirt. Ball and a strike now as the runner holds. Yankees have a runner in scoring position. Swings, ground ball up the middle. A sliding stop. It's there, and that's a great play. Jazz Chisholm Jr. in the box with a runner at third. And that one's foul. Runner on third with two away. This one is trouble, and they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead. And that's a two-out double. Mark Vientos in the box following the go-ahead double. First pitch misses for a ball. And a base hit laced into right. And that's good enough to hold the lead runner at third. Runners now at the corners. Fernando Tatis Jr. at the dish with runners at the corners. Fouls it.
Be like that, big bro.
A ball from Yamamoto. The focus, good. Pitch, not so much. Misses the zone. Drops the anchor.
Perfect.
Line drive, slice the other way. That's a base hit. And they'll score first. It's 1-0.
Oh my God.
Manny Ramirez next to hit after the RBI single. Skips up some dust. And the lead runner holds at second. Hits it hard to short. Fires to first. Inning ends, and that stops the bleeding. The Yankees.
Yeah, B, he's about to cook some up.
Ketel Marte bats first as we start the bottom of the second.
Get through.
McGonigal handles. Just got him on that one. Puts it on the ground to second. That's a base hit. And that makes it 3 hits in this inning for this offense. Chipper Jones in the box with a runner on first. Squirts away just a bit. No movement, and it's ball 1. Here's the pitch. U-G-L-Y. That pitch ain't got no alibi. In the air, out to right center. Tatis waiting for it. Hauls it in. Now 2 away. Now at the plate, Alejandro Kirk. And it's grounded foul. Santana off of first with 2 away. Out of the zone. Pujlos glamping under it. Makes the catch. Easy out, and that ends the inning. We've played 2. Hang tight. More Diamond Dynasty baseball headed your way. It's a gorgeous day here in St. Louis. Perfect.
Oh my God, this is so gay, bro. Our first year we played 99 Agricultures.
For Diamond Dynasty baseball, Kevin McGonigal hits leadoff this frame. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Hit hard to first. And he takes it himself for the out. Gets Wood on. And the righty sets, kicks, fires. Run it back. The heater misses for a ball. Goes with the fastball. 3rd time using it in this at bat. Lifted in the air to left center. Rafaela racing into the alley. Makes the grab. Tracks it down after the long run. Ken Griffey Jr. shuffles into the box. Grounded out his first time up, hoping to do a little more damage this time around. Gravity wins again. Delivers a ball. That's ripped into the outfield. Hauls it in to end the inning. Yamamoto doesn't cough any up. It was a whole lot of nothing. Back here at Busch Stadium, Ken Griffey Jr. leads things off and down by 2. Early swing and foul. Griffey ready. Can't get out of the way of the fastball. And that's going to leave a mark. So that puts a runner on first, and now up hoping for a less painful experience, Michael Garcia. And he's out. Get out of here with that. And the pitch. He dodges the fastball. Fire. Hit on the ground to second. Chisholm. 2 away. Now the center fielder, Ceddanne Rafaela. Okay, we'll skip the pleasantries. Hit on the ground to Vientos. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. 3 innings complete, and it remains a 2-run battle. Ceddanne Rafaela leads off, leading by 2. Singled and stole a base first time up. That's the fastball. His preferred pitch to open and at bat. Goes back to the 4-seamer. Swings. It's a ground ball to short. Now the throw to first on the run. And 1 away. Will Smith struts to the plate with boosted attributes as a parallel 3 car. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. Jazz Chisholm Jr. glides to the plate. Lock in here. Hit your spots, or he might take you to the seats. Count is 0-1. That's the high cheddar.
Oh my.
And there's a hit. And that keeps the inning alive. Next up in this co-op battle, Mark Vientos.
Oh my.
That's a base hit and a good look for the World Baseball Classic collection. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on with 2 outs. Fernando Tatis Jr. up now with 2 runners on base. Singled and drove in a run his first time to the plate. Bears down and fires a strike. Bears down and gets a strike. Runners on the move. In the air, headed to right. Benj giving his all. Makes the play, and that's out number 3. Yamamoto enjoys a clean inning without any runs. And it's...
We gotta get something going. Fuck.
Welcome back. It's a 2-run game. Carson Benj leads us off. Diamond looking to shine brightly here. That's down, a base hit. And they pick up their second hit of the inning. Schwarber in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Next to the plate, Carlos Santana. He singled to right in his first trip. Throws one in the dirt. No advance, and that's ball 1. Runner at first with 1 out. Delivers a sinker. Been his favorite weapon today. They're scared. I would be too. Pitch misses, and that's a walk. The batter now, Chipper Jones. Skubal finds the zone.
That's so crazy.
Smash down the left field line. And it's foul.
Oh my God.
And we'll do it again. He went around, and that's a strikeout. So up next to the dish, Alejandro Kirk, 0 for 1 on the day. That's in the dirt. No action. Runners stay put. The Bees no longer with the lead here in co-op. Misses the zone, down and in. Goes back to the sinker. Needs a reset as he steps off the road. 3-0 deals. Smoked into the gap. Might score both runs. Marte coming home. And he's in for a run. It's 2-2. Santana ignores the coach, headed for the plate. He hits the brakes and hustles back to third. And a run scores on the play. Ken Griffey Jr. comes to the plate following the game-tying double. 98 miles per hour, but misses the strike zone. Close. That's big league discipline right there. Lifted in the air to center. Rafaela moves under it. Brings it in for the third out. We've played 4 full innings, and now we're all tied up. Manny Ramirez ready to go. Lined into right. Ramirez retired. McGonigal up to bat next and lays off for a ball. Look out. Almost got him upstairs. Swung on and lifted to right center. Rafaela on the move. Stretches out and holds it in. Albert Pujlos now at the plate. Swung on, and that's strong contact. It's a hit, and they get a base runner here in the 5th. And now they're up to 5 hits in the inning. Ken Griffey Jr. at the dish with a runner on first. Out of the zone with the cutter. Swings, it's a ground ball to second. Marte handles the chance. That ends the frame. Yamamoto produces a shutout inning. We're glad you're with us here at Busch Stadium. Tarek Skubal back on the bump here in the 5th. Fouls off the slider. The 0-1. And fights it off.
Get down.
And it lands for a base hit. And the go-ahead run is on base. Ceddanne Rafaela strolls to the plate. Hitless so far, but the law of averages says you're due for at least a loud foul ball this time around. Goes to first, back safely. Runner at first with nobody out. 0-2 the count now. They ring him up right away. He went around. And now the right fielder, Carson Bench. Skips up some dust. No movement, and it's ball one. Ramirez racing over to make the catch. Kyle Schwarber, the next card off the deck. 0-1 the count. Strike two with the fastball, and don't be shocked to see that pitch one more time here. Tarek Skubal with the strikeout. We've played Sedan Rafaela ready to start this inning. Swung on and lifted to right. Bench moving left. It's an automatic double as it hops the wall in foul ground. And a run comes in on the play. Will Smith ready to swing it with a runner on second. Throws one in the dirt. Lots of speed at second. Let's see if he takes off here. Swing and a drive. Unlikely to catch this one. It's gone. Busch Stadium couldn't hold it. And they take the lead. Jazz Chisholm Jr. digs in at the plate after the two-run homer. In the air, headed to left. Schwarber sprinting towards it. Brings it in. That's out number one. Now at the plate, Mark Vientos. Cutter catches the zone for a strike. Starts with consecutive cutters. The wind, the kick, the pitch. Pumps a fastball, but misses the plate. Keeps battling. 2-2. The pitch. A base hit. And with that hit, they're up to 4 in the inning. Fernando Tatis Jr. strides to the plate. Gets the bat to it, but foul. That's in the dirt. Not going. Count moves to 1-1. The Bees have allowed a pair of runs to score this frame. That's ripped to right, down the line. Bench galloping towards it. Hauls it in for the out. One of the few players to reach 500 home runs in his career is at the plate. Here's Manny. Runner breaks, and it's a great jump. Uh-oh, the throw went to third, and that's a stolen base, not even close. Kicks and delivers. Tries the cutter and misses again. 2-0. Help us out here, ump. That was sweet. Gets under it and pops it up. Marte with an easy look. Brings it in. That's out number 3. So they play. Ketel Marte ready to roll. Delivers an opening pitch strike. Rafaela showcasing his wheel. Makes the catch. Leadoff hitter retired in the sixth. Here's the first baseman, Carlos Santana. Fouls it off. Slider for a strike. And I would throw that again in this spot. Swings. Hits a ground ball to short. McGonigal over to pick it up. And 2 away. Chipper Jones steps in the box. Still looking for a hit today, but potentially just saving some magic for this AB. McGonigal. Inning over. The Yankees wrap up the inning without allowing any runs. Welcome back to St. Louis. Kevin McGonigal steps in the box to start the 7th. It's the curveball that misses. That's a ball.
Ball 2.
Wow.
Swings and hits one high and deep to right. On its way, and that baby's gone. A home run. That gives them a 3-run lead here in the late stages. Albert Pujlos comes to the plate after the leadoff homer. This hitter eats mistakes for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And that's the first out of the inning. Next up here in the 7th, Ken Griffey Jr. Boundaries. It's 2-0. Hits it on the ground to the right side. Takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2. Ceddanne Rafaela comes to the plate as a parallel 4 card. I know you put a lot of work in to get the P4 status, so good job. Smacks one deep, still flying. That one hops the wall. 3rd hit of the game for him. This one is a double. Will Smith steps up with a chance to score the runner from second. Fly ball to right center. Marte drifting under it. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Back here in a 3-run game. Alejandro Kirk, the leadoff hitter, and playing down by 3. 0-1 to start. Will Kirk boldly go? Zips a fastball, but off target. Runs it back with the heater. On the ground to third. Vientos fields it cleanly. And 1 gone. Ken Griffey Jr. shuffles to the plate. Swings, puts it on the ground to second, to first, and 2 gone. Garcia stands in now and watches strike 1. Strike 2, and maybe we see the slider one more time. Strike three, and they go down. Jazz Chisholm Jr. leads off the top of the eighth. Fastball doesn't catch the zone. Swung on and lifted to center. Rafaela camping under it. Hauls it in, and there's one away. Now we see Mark Vientos. He's working on a 3-for-3 day thanks to 3 singles. Puts one on the ground, foul. Here comes the 0-1. Misses for a ball. Fair ball. That one will find the corner. He turns for second. It's a double, and he's a perfect 4 for 4. Here's Fernando Tatis Jr. In the dirt, blocked. Swings, puts it on the ground to the left side. And there's 2 down. Here's the left fielder, Manny Ramirez. Tough day at the plate. Hopefully not playing his way out of the deck. Cranks one deep. Benj giving his all. No one can get there. It falls in. The run comes in from second. And they lead by 4. And that's a 2-out double. Into center field. That falls for a hit. Ramirez headed for the plate. The throw home. Can't hang on. The run scores.
Oh, my God.
Line drive. Sliced the other way. That's a base hit. McGonigal headed for third. Ball back in quickly. Runner holds at third. Ken Griffey Jr. at the dish with runners at the corner.
Bro.
On a line. That's a base hit as a run scores. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds at third.
First game, what would be play 99 out.